If you're a musical artist, you need to stop boosting your posts on Instagram and do this instead. First, just grab a video of you performing your music and post it to your regular artist profile on Instagram. Then, once that's already posted, head over to business.facebook.com and that should land you inside of your advertising account. If you need to set this up, go ahead and set it up first, and then you should have access to your ad account. Go ahead and click into your ad account and you'll see all of the ads that you're currently running the right way. These are not boosted posts. These use the full advertising feature set of Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, to boost your post on Instagram the right way, go ahead and click the green create button and then click the engagement objective. Then click continue and we'll drop into our editor. If you're new to running Facebook and Instagram ads, you need to know that every advertisement is nested in 3 layers. There's the campaign, then the ad set, and then the ad creative, which will be our video. So first, I need to edit the top level, which is our entire campaign. I'm gonna name this campaign Instagram Boosted Post. Scrolling down, I don't need to select any special ad categories, and I'm gonna leave everything here the same. The only thing I will change is I will turn on Advantage Campaign Budget, which will let me set a daily budget. For this boosted post, I'm gonna set a budget of just $2 a day, which should be within most artists' budget. Everything else I'm gonna keep the same, and then I'm gonna click next in order to move to our second layer, which is called the ad set. Now, if you're new to this, you need to understand that all of the settings across our 3 layers, campaign, ad set, and ad creative, they contribute towards the final setup. So they build upon the last. So I have already set my daily budget, and now on the ad set level, I'm going to set my audience that I'm targeting. There are many ways to go about this, but because I'm doing a boosted post, I want to reach my followers and engagers that already know who I am on my Instagram profile. This is called retargeting, and this is different than targeting brand new people based off of interests. That's something else. I'll show you how to reach new people in just a bit, but first I want to show you how to set up your retargeting audience. I named my ad set retargeting audience so I can know how I'm setting this up. Then under conversion, go ahead and select the option that says on your ad. That's where we want people to engage. It's with our post because this is a boosted post. Then scrolling down a little bit more, we get to select our engagement type. There are 3 options: video views, post engagements, or event responses. My favorite is video views because this will get your post in front of the most people, and you will also get comments and likes as a result of these video views. So this is a great option, especially for a first-time setup. Then scroll down a bit more and you can leave all of this set to default. Very briefly, optimizing for through plays is the better option because Facebook will try to get 15-second or longer views versus 2-second continuous views, which is clearly much shorter. So that's why we want to leave this on through plays. Now scrolling down a little bit more, we can skip over dynamic creative, and we do want to make sure that we have no end date on our campaign. If we set an end date and that end date passes, then the ad is turned off forever. On the other hand, if we leave this unchecked, we can turn on and off this ad anytime we want, which is what I prefer because if something is really working, I want to be able to use it for a longer period of time. And if something's not working, I can just turn it off by flipping the toggle on the top right of the screen. So after confirming that this is unchecked, let's scroll down and define our audience. Remember, this is a retargeting audience, so I don't want to use any interests down below. Instead, I want to target the people who are already engaging with my Instagram account. To do that, I need to open Audience Manager in a new tab and make sure that I have the proper audiences created. First, let's create our Instagram followers audience. To do that, click the blue button, create audience, and then click custom audience. Under sources, click Instagram account and then click next. Make sure you have the correct Instagram account set as your source, and then choose the event called Accounts Center Accounts who started following this professional account. That's just a weird wording for saying I want to target people who are already followers. Then all I need to do is just name this audience Instagram followers. Click create audience to be done, and then click done once again. Now that this retargeting audience is created, I can add it to my retargeting audience ad set. All I need to do is type the name of that audience. Once again, it's called Instagram followers, so I'll just copy it right here and then paste it in the search bar, and it'll come up right away. So now this is done. Facebook will now show my ads to my Instagram followers, but I want to add one more audience. So I'm going to head back to Audience Manager once again, and I'm going to click the blue Create Audience button. And now I'm going to create an audience for my Instagram engagers. These are people who don't follow my Instagram profile, but still engage with posts and maybe are a lurker in the background. I want to make sure that they see my boosted post as well. To start, I'm going to select my Instagram account as my source. Then under events, I'm going to select everyone who engaged with this professional account, and I'm going to set 180 days as the retention period. Now all I need to do is name this audience Instagram Engagers 180 for 180 days. I'm going to click create audience to be done, and then I will select done once again to confirm. To include this in my ad setup, I'm going to highlight the name of this custom audience, copy it, and then paste it into the search bar under custom audiences, just like I did before. And then I will click to add it into the stack. I now have a beautiful retargeting audience stack that includes my Instagram followers and everyone who's engaged with my Instagram account in the last 180 days. This is fantastic. Now I want to bring your attention to this Advantage Custom Audience checkbox. A lot of users will have this checkbox, and I want to show you what it does. If this checkbox is unchecked, then Meta will only show your ad to the audiences that are listed here in the custom audience stack. So that would make it a true retargeting campaign because you're only reaching the people who have already interacted with you in the past by following or engaging with your Instagram account. If you want to reach brand new people, however, you can use these audiences as a seed to find brand new people who have never heard of you before. And that's an amazing feature. So if I do check this box, this is no longer a retargeting audience. This becomes a discovery audience plus retargeting audience. The reason for that is because Meta will target these people here in the custom audience, but it will reach people beyond the custom audience also that have never heard of you before. If you are someone who just wants to get as many eyeballs in front of your music content using the easiest setup possible, then this is the route you want to go. Next, under locations, I highly recommend limiting your locations to just the countries that you operate in as an artist. So since I'm in the United States, I'm going to start with the United States only, and I don't need to overcomplicate things at this point. Next, for age, I'm going to limit age just a little bit. I want to make sure I'm targeting the people who are most appropriate for my music. And I also don't want to give Facebook the opportunity to just run off with this Advantage Custom Audience setting. So I'm going to limit this to about the age of 63, which is actually a huge difference from the 65 plus setting because this reaches all the way up to, 100-year-olds, right? So just making this small change is actually a big change, and you don't want to limit this too much because that will increase your advertising costs. So I'm going to leave this at 63. I'm going to leave this to all genders, and then I'm going to set my language to English. If you speak another language, feel free to use the language that's most appropriate for your music. Now, I did say this earlier, but I want to remind you that we are leaving the entire detailed targeting section blank because we are using our data as the seed for this audience. We're not using interest targeting. That's a different strategy, which is very effective, but that's just not what I'm showing you in this video. We're doing a boosted post that is targeting our followers and engagers, plus people who are very similar to our followers and engagers. That's what this amazing setup is accomplishing, and that's completely different than interest targeting. If you do want to learn about interest targeting as well as a bunch of other advanced advertising techniques that you can use to grow your music career, then I highly suggest checking out the link I'll leave in the description below, where you will find my Spotify Growth Formula course. It's a training that teaches you how to use ads very similar to this one to grow your Spotify 10x to 100x the size that it is right now. If you click the link, you'll see the success stories from students who have gone before you and have successfully used this method to grow their music audience and increase their Spotify following. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend it. It's going to be a great learning experience. So check it out by clicking the link below. All right, the next step in our setup, scrolling down, is to select our placements. We don't want to use Advantage Plus placements, even though it does say recommended. There's a very specific reason for this, and it's because our post is already posted. That was the very first thing I showed you in the video earlier. So I want you to select manual placements and then uncheck everything except our Instagram placements. Once you've unchecked everything except for Instagram, you should see 5 out of 18 placements, and you can even remove a few more if you feel led to do so. I myself am going to remove the Instagram profile feed because I don't want my post showing up when the user is viewing someone else's profile. So now I am down to just 4 Instagram placements where my ad will be showing up. I am all done with my ad set setup, so I'm going to click next to start my ad creative setup. Remember, I've already posted my post on Instagram and it's already appearing on my profile. That is a key step that will truly make this a boosted post rather than the more traditional advertisement where the post is hidden from your public profile page. The video that I posted is me performing one of my new songs. So I'm gonna name this the name of my song, which is Broken. And then in parentheses, I'm going to type published page post because this has already been published on my Instagram page using the Instagram app. The rest of this setup is going to be very simple. Next, under identity, I just need to make sure my correct Facebook artist page and Instagram artist account are selected, which they are. Then next, under ad setup, I need to change this selection to use existing post. If I don't change that setting, then I won't be boosting a post. I would be creating a duplicate of the post that's already on my page. After selecting the right option in the dropdown, I now need to select my ad creative. And I'm gonna click the select post button to find my post that I just posted on Instagram. It should be at the top of the list, but for some reason it's not filtering by date. So I'm gonna click select dates and then click today. And here is the post that I posted today, just a few minutes before filming this video. So now I'm going to select this post and hit continue to pull it into my ad. This post already exists on my profile and I am just referencing it for this campaign. Once I've referenced this existing post, you'll see the post ID appearing here, as well as the date it was posted, so I know that this is the right post. Now I have a choice either to add a button or just leave it without any button at all. And this is totally up to you. There's no right or wrong. If you do want to add a button to your Spotify, for example, then your ad will look more obviously like a promotion. And if you leave this without a button, it's going to look more natural and organic. So for today, I'm going to choose no button so that this can look just like a regular post that someone is seeing in their feed organically. Last but certainly not least, I need to make sure that my tracking is turned on, so I will click the website events checkbox to turn on my pixel, and then I will be completely done with my boosted post advertising setup. All I need to do now is either hit publish on the bottom right, or I can close out the editor and then click review and publish on the top right, and this will ensure that every edit I made on the campaign, ad set, and ad creative level is going to be published at the same time. So I'm going to hit the green publish button, and now I have successfully boosted my Instagram post the right way.